It seems like just another race weekend. The early morning mist giving way to a peaceful sunrise. As the sun gives its energy back to the earth, the anticipation rises. And the morning light reveals those telltale signs. Signs that haven't changed in 67 years. Signs that bring haunting thoughts to drivers' minds. And when the South Carolina heat hits you, it's then you remember. This is Darlington. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the cars and stars for the 67th annual Bojangles Southern 500 at Darlington. Ready for another blast from the past? Due to recent Hurricane Hermione coming dangerously close to the South Carolina area, all track activities that were scheduled on Friday, including qualifying, were cancelled, so the field is set by owner points. So, on the pole with Cale Yarborough's iconic 1979 Daytona 500 paint scheme, it's 2014 pole and race winner, Happy Kevin Harvick. And starting alongside in the style of a Miller Lite can from 1972, defending pole sitter and runner-up Brad the Big Keselowski starts second. Row 2 with Stewart's paint scheme when he was a rookie. Defending race winner Concrete Carl Edwards hopes to make it 2 in a row and party like it's 1999. Emphasis on 19. Joining him, carrying the name of Haas's first vertical machining center, the VF1, is the outlaw, 3-time pole sitter Kurt Busch. Row 3, sliced but himself, Joey Logano, who finished 4th last year, carries the same paint scheme that Bobby Labonte took to victory lane in the Xfinity Series at Nashville 2 decades ago. And in Dale Jarrett's 1993 Daytona 500 winning car, it's rowdy Kyle Busch, Darlington's youngest race winner back in 2008. To row 4, it's 2010 race winner Denny Hammer and Hamlin and Darrell Waltrip's ride in 1984. And celebrating Auto Owners Insurance's 100th anniversary, it's the New Jersey Fury Martin Truex Jr., whose best finish here was 5th 4 years ago. Going to row 5, the 40 Dominate of 3-time Darlington winner Jimmy Johnson won the last 400-mile race held here in 2004. He carries the same paint scheme that Dale Earnhardt had during his 1979 rookie season. After he was injured in an accident at Pocono, David Pearson subbed for him until he won this race. Rounding out the top 10, 2013 winner Mighty Matt Kenseth brings the Tide Ride back to Sprint Cup competition for the first time in almost 10 years. Row 6, the Napa Maniac Chase Elliott mimics Napa's long-standing delivery truck with a logo from 1963. And in the same paint scheme that Ricky Rudd drove to give Richard Childress his first win as an owner in 1983, it's Stone Cold Austin Dillon. In row 7 with Bill Elliott's 1997 Mac Tonight scheme, it's 2010 pole sitter Joppa, Missouri's Jamie Big Mac Murray, and the Rocket Man 2003 pole sitter Ryan Newman starts right behind his teammate. Row 8 belongs to the Wonder Boys, 7-time Darlington winner Jeff Gordon and the Gentle Giants Gray Ghost. And going back to Target's roots as a longtime sponsor with Chip Ganassi, it's last week's winner in Michigan, Young Money Kyle Larson. Row 9, the Rushville Rocket, Tony Stewart has one last shot to conquer the field at Darlington. Can he get it done with the same paint scheme that Bobby Allison drove to the winner's circle here 2 consecutive times in the past? 4-time Darlington pole sitter Casey Citizen Kane starts next to him in Texas Terry's J.D. Stacy car. In row 10, all aboard the Trevor Bayne train as it flies the colors of Mark Martin's Valvoline machine and Ryan Cool Blaney with the same scheme David Pearson had when he won the Daytona 500, the World 600, and this race all in 1976. Row 11, Dangerous AJ Allmendinger in a Bruce Hale-inspired design, and Ricky is in the Stenhouse Jr. goes back to when Darrell Waltrip won his first Cup race in 1975. Row 12, the Biffmeister, 2-time winner Greg Biffle in one of 2 Alan Kulwicki-style cars, and the bright retro fella Paul Menard in Al Unser Jr.'s 1993 500 Valvoline machine. Back to row 13, Danica Patrick has a retro-looking feel on her Nature's Bakery Chevrolet, and the Cuban Missile, Eric Almirola in King Richard's Throne from 1979, the same year he won his 7th and final Winston Cup. Row 14, the Warrior from Emporia, 2007 posted a Clint Boyer with the same paint scheme Benny Parsons had during his championship season in 1973, and Casey Mears reappears to honor Smokey Eunuch. Moving to row 15 with Landon Sandcastle paying tribute to J.D. McDuffie, and in Richard Childress's Kansas Jack car from the 70s, the Texas Twister Michael McDowell, who won the Xfinity race at Road America last week. In row 16, Pocono winner Chris Buescher's fast, clean, friendly Ford goes back to when the company opened its first travel stop in 1981, and the amazing David Reagan, who had a top 5 finish here 8 years ago. To row 17, sleek and swift, it's 2011 race winner Reagan Smith in the other Kawicki car, and Brian Great Scott, while not having a retro paint scheme, features a fan who won Twisted Tea's Get Your Face in the Race promotion. Paige from Lewiston, New York, will have a picture of herself on the quarter panels of Scott's Ford. Row 18, Mac DiBenedetto with Orange Crush on the sides of his Toyota, and Cole Wick goes back to the time when Leroy Yarbrough won both the Daytona and Southern 500-mile races in 1969. Row 19, for the second straight year, Michael Annett carries the pilot logo from the 70s, and Jeffrey Earnhardt's paint scheme features elements used from the scheme his intimidating grandfather had on his car during 1981. Not only that, but his hood garners sponsorship from Autopops, which returns to NASCAR for the first time since Rick Ware competed in the only Cup race of his career at Watkins Glen in 1990. And in row 20, the Reed for Speed Sorensen and the other odd car out in the field, and the thinker Josh Wise in the Intimidator's 1976 Army ride. And ladies and gentlemen, there's your field for the Bojangles Southern 500 at Darlington.